Good evening, everyone. Let me know that you can hear. I'm pretty sure that you can see me. Oh, I've got 4 beautiful friends here tonight. Thank you all for coming tonight. And Susan at Herb and Bucket. We've got James at Shade Tree Cook. We got Ruby at Rushing Wind Mountain. We got Brandon Cross came in. We got Possum Junction. Thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you so much. And let's see who else was up here. Robert Mac Media came in. In fact, I'm going to be showing some things that Robert Mac and his wife are going to be getting shipped. And there's Farm to Table Show. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for being here tonight. And thank you, Farm to Table Show, for putting in my link on at the Wild Huckleberry with Robbie and Sonia, because I don't know how to do it on my phone. So good to see you, Ryan. And Tish. Wow. Tish. Thank you for coming, Tish.
Wow.
Wow, thank you so much. I was at her premiere last night. That was so good. Really was. But yeah, tonight, I don't know if a lot of you have seen the post that I put up today. I have my brother and I, Ronald, have a brother that's born between us. And a friend that is a mutual friend, Roscoe, has not seen us for probably about 6 years. He chose to, thank you, Robbie, for coming. He chose to just break off ties with us. We still love our brother, but he called our friend Bruce, and Bruce informed us that Roscoe, my brother, said he has Parkinson's. He also has epilepsy. So I went on the internet. I wanted to find out if there's kind of a correlation between people that have epilepsy and some people that get Parkinson's, because they're both neurological problems. It is not as much as you think it would be. And thank you, Jane Doe, for coming. It's not as prevalent. But I put out a post today saying, please pray for my family with my brother Roscoe in mind. He did say where he lived. He still lives in Missouri, but he's in. Hi, Greg and Donna. Thank you for coming tonight. So I'm asking for prayers for my brother Roscoe. Even though I haven't seen him in so long, he is still my brother. It's like, wow. Yeah, Greg and Donna's here. And I've got something, as you can see, I've got something sitting on my lap right now that is for Bill at My Alaska. I'm going to leave this sitting down here until I see him come into my chat, if he does. His blanket is finished. And I had it in one of those large bags, but it wasn't big enough. Yeah, thank you, Susan, so much. Lone Cross Scotty is here. I hope you're feeling better. I've been praying for you. And Joy Bartlett, thank you for coming also. But yeah, his blanket is finished. And I am working on another blanket for James, but it's not up here. I've only got one lap for one very big queen size blanket for somebody. But I wanted to do something today, and I hadn't even really thought about it, and I'm so sorry. At Flash Ministries sent a whole bunch of stuff to me. And I don't know if I have it all up here. I don't think I do. But Karen at Flash Ministries and Lone Cross Scotty sent me some things that they had. And I've got the box sitting over here, and you will be seeing the things tonight. How long did the queen size blanket take? Probably 3 months. I think about 3 months, because I wasn't working on it all the time. I'm pretty quick on doing blankets, you know, because once I get started, I just don't want to stop. So, Robert Mac Media has gotten some other hats, but his wife was asking for some other hats, and I was at Walmart and called them and sent these pictures of this blue. These are being done on the cranking type loom. So I did that. Now look at the other side of this. She wanted purple. So what's really nice about this is that you can have this purple being out, or you can have the band where it's purple with the blue, or you can switch it the other way. So I now, you know, with the prices, you know, with the things of this, I do have to use a lighter weight yarn. Hi, Gary at Corner Clubhouse Cobalt. Thank you for coming in. And Farm Wife, thank you for being here also. But I can now, if you guys wanted a hat that was one color, you know, where I could divide it, I can do that. So that's what that one is. And then this is the other one. It's a red, and it's that shiny. Let's see if I can get it to shine up there. It's a sparkling kind of yarn. Hi, Linda Denton. Thank you for coming. But this is that sparkled yarn that I used for the ladies' Santa hats. No, you did not almost miss me. I just started my live. But it's the same on both sides of this one. So that's these hats that I made for Robert Mac Media's wife. Now I'll put these back in here because I got to get them packaged up. There was this one live that I did that cranking type loom, and then I kind of messed up, and then I had to take it apart and start all over again. Thank you, Farmall and Fords, for joining my family. You're not subscribers, you're my family, you're my friends. And then I brought up some other hats that I've made. Everybody kept telling me I should sell my hats. See my nice little bag here. Hi, Sean. Who is Sean? Is that Farmall and Fords? Hi, Nancy at Our Treasured Home. Thank you for coming. Thank you. But these are some of the yarns that I have picked up at the senior center. I'm finding that they've got a lot of, let's see, I think this one's 140 rows, but you can see what this one looks like. And here's the other side of this. This is what's so nice about these, is that you can change the way the color is. And this is just one strand of yarn that had all these different colors on it. Here's another one that I did. Now this one, I did, I think, one strand. Let me take a look here. No, it's two. So this one's going to be really, really warm. So there's that one. Yeah, this one was like a hi Debbie Drock. Thank you so much, farm wife. But let's stop that shaking. But yeah, these this one was a 2-ply that I put together. And here's the other side of this. So it's all one color. And that's that hat. See, you can stretch these out. I am going to start doing different lengths of these hats. I'm going to do some 130 rows, because when I did 130 row for mine, it came to about here on my head. So I know this is a 140. Look at that beautiful green and all these different colors. And then this is the other side. Thank you, Jane Doe. Now, there is one thing about this one. See how it got choppy in here? Because this yarn was a little bit too heavy for that. Yes, these will be very warm. And then I have what the regular. Hi, Troy Sutton. Thank you for coming. I just heard Gigi hiss. But these hats are a little bit different. These are the ones that I usually do on the round loom. And this is a trying to think what brand yarn this is. And then it was this variegated that I did these ones in. You know, that was just different colors, and you know, just really nice. Then I also have the Hi Yarn Works by Lydia Ann. Thank you for coming. But yeah, these hats are probably better up north. So I'm trying to figure out where I can get some like 2-ply yarn or 3-ply yarn that they're not going to be so hot for people. Linda. Yes. Yep. I'll put these back in here. Then I got another bag that I brought up. Oh, I forgot one. Ronald, could you go back to my on top of my dresser is a white bag that isn't sealed. It's Bernadette's pot holders and dishcloth and I know there's some people here. Now, these ones are definitely my 160 rows. So I'm trying to figure out what is my best length for making these. So this one's going to be really long because this is 200 rows. This is my only 200 row. This was just the end of all that yarn that I did. So I just ended up finishing it with it. Shovel snow keeps me toasty. Hi, Karen, Flash Ministries. I am going to be showing the stuff that you sent me. The pink beanie you showed. Can you make me the pink beanie you showed? Yes, I certainly can. But yeah, this one ended up being 200 rows. So the thing that kind of makes it nice is you see how far that stretches. That could end up fit in someone's head that's a lot bigger. So that's why I keep this Post-it note with it, so that I remember that's a 200 row hat. Praise for it. My ship has come and moved to Florida this next month. Change for me. Yeah. I think that these are some of the hats that I did on my live that you guys have seen, or maybe not all of you. These ones are 160. When I figured, hey, the 130 didn't work, then I went up to 160. Now this is a 3-ply yarn, so these ones are a lot. You can definitely tell these are a lot thinner. As you can see here, it's not going to be. It'll still be warm, but it's not going to be as warm. So I'm just going to lay these down here. Yeah, these are all the. So there's one.
Is this it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
And this is the other side for these. I think these ones are the ones that are up on my my post of these hats. Each one of these, when I do like the 140, it takes me 20 minutes to crank those hats out. Like I said, these are 160s. This one, I really think this is absolutely beautiful. Then look what it did on the other side. So you could have that white out and then just kind of fold this up and have that light blue and the green here. Troy just said hi to you, Ronald.
Thanks, Troy.
Thank you, Janae. Thank you for coming in. Now that seems a little bit longer. Oh, I think that's probably Nancy. You got this one here. Thank you, Jane Doe, so much. Have a good night, Brandon. So then you got that one on the other side. Now, this one is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, this is some yarn that I found, and it's a wool yarn with an acrylic yarn. So this is the acrylic side with that color, and I was trying to find some acrylic, but I didn't. So this is wool. That's with that hat. So it is a combination. Here's another one here. There's Janae. But yeah, you would have to probably wash that one by hand. Here's this one here. So now I'll roll these back up and tell you how many there are. Nine hats in here. We're thinking, my brother and I are thinking that we probably got about maybe 2 to 4 inches, maybe. Our driveway is, I haven't been outside because it's still kind of icy, and now I haven't completely finished this one. This is a 138 rows, but this is a wool yarn, and I haven't fed this in yet, so you can see that this one is definitely a wool yarn. And when I work with wool, with that loom, it tends to put the fuzzy side on the inside, and the outside doesn't look like this. So I'm going to get some more, like wool type yarn. So I know that some people like natural fibers. And this one, as you can see, is definitely wool. And then here's some more of the hats that I'm making that are 140 rows. This one. Now this is the yarn that I made Karen at, oh gosh, Flash Ministries. This is some of that leftover yarn that I had, that I made a whole bunch of these hats with the blue, the denim, the orange, and the red. I don't have any of the red up here. And then I picked up this yarn at the senior center, and I'm going to see if this works up really, really nice on that loom. And here's the other one. We'll see how it works. Yeah, that's that other color. I was wondering if, let me see something. Well, let's do the get the things that I made for my sister, and then I'll go through that box of stuff that I got from Karen and Scotty. So the last of the yarn of that periwinkle that I did is this was the last of it, and I made a dishcloth for my sister. And then there was some people that seen this larger size one. This is basically what was totally made with that 1 pound of cotton yarn, was 8 pot holders. A total of 8 of these. Yep, 8 of them. So I'm going to be shipping these off to my sister on Thursday. I've got physical therapy that day, hoping that driveway clears up. Take care, Janae. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's basically what I've been making, finished up with. Now, this may surprise when I pack things. She sent me some yarn that someone had started, some granny squares. I put those away, and I put that yarn away also. I don't have it with me. But let me set this back over here. She sent me this that has sewing bobbins in it, you know. Great item for your sisters. Yes, it is. Yeah, she sent this to me so I can be able to have that in my room. She also sent me this. It is a shampoo, gentle hair, and body wash. Thank you, Karen. And then she also sent this Nurse Body Milk. I'm like, I got to try this. I really don't do a lot of sewing, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with this seam binding. I don't have a sewing machine, but it's this kind of pink color. And she sent me a potato peeler and some teaspoons, tablespoons. Yes, they are. They're really nice gifts. And she sent me some more thread here. I'll be able to use those to sew things. Now you're going to find out something about me today. Not a lot of people know this. Karen knows it now. I absolutely love salt and pepper shakers. So she sent me some salt and pepper shakers. So there's that. And she sent me these. These have not been opened, which was so nice of her. Ronald. Robbie says hi.
Hi, Robbie. Thank you.
And then she also sent me some iodized salt and some black pepper. I think that kind of surprised her. I was able to put this all. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Being able to have all these things. Thank you, Karen, so much. And she also sent me some fabric that I'm going to see if I can find somebody that'll make me an apron out of it. So, yeah. But definitely thank you so much for all of this. Need to do some stuff. That's okay, Ruby. Thank you so much for being here. Yep, that's what I got, and such a nice. Yeah, Ruby, have a hi, Ace. Thank you for coming, Ace. It's great to see you. But yeah, this I'm guessing that maybe he's in the background. But what I ended up doing was I folded this blanket like in half. So at the top and the bottom is exactly the same, and then this is This is the middle. Is that, see, it's variegated, kind of like brown, black, and white here, and and tan. And then this one had the blue and stuff like that. Hi, Debbie Druck. Yeah, this thing is really big. But yeah, I think it took me probably 3 months. I'm working on and nobody's going to see it, but I'm working on something on Whistle Stop Homestead. I gave a surprise that nobody knows what it is except for Ed at Whistle Stop and some other people know what it is. I can't talk about it on here. So I want it to be a surprise to the person that's getting it. And passionate for art, thank you so much for coming. So good to see you. But yeah, this is a 6-ply. This yarn is a 6-ply yarn. So yes, I'm going to get warm on my lap. Thank you, Jane Doe. And I had four skeins left, or 4 of those big balls. It's Jessica. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jessica, for coming. But yeah, it's like, wow. All I know is this thing is huge. But I'm working on making a blanket for James at Shade Tree Cook out of the rest of that yarn. And then the other blanket, the other thing is there's another blanket being made for a baby. I'm making a blanket for a baby that someone that I follow is David M. Hunt. And there is my Alaska. Here's your huge blanket. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Ronald, I don't want to unfold it.
I know.
What are you going to do, bro? You're going to put it in front of my face?
Yeah. There.
Huge.
Huge.
Huge blanket. Yeah, I'm going to pick up one. I definitely owe you. Hey, this was a labor of love. I know you're in Alaska. And this, when you do with this kind of yarn, it works up quick because it's so big. There's some of my hair. I'm definitely gonna look this over and make sure I got all the hair out of it. But yeah, this is this is one big blanket. Definitely not going to have any other blankets on, probably Bill. Yeah. He certainly will. You made the purple winter hat for me. Yes, I do remember that. I certainly do. There's so many people that I have blessed with my, as I put it, my God-given talent, because I had never, until I started learning how to make the hats on the round knitting loom. And now I'm doing it on one that you crank, And then my sister that has passed, Christine, that has passed. Yeah, I'll show that. Yes, you certainly will. And hi, the Tinker's wife. Thank you for coming in. Yes, I used to live in Oregon back in the 80s, from 80 to 83 when I was in Job Corps. So nice to see you. But yeah, this blanket's really, really warm. So good to see all of my friends here. Tonight, I'm taking a break from working on things. You work on things for so long and then your arms get tired, your hands get tired, and You need to take a break once in a while. Yes. I wanted to show you what's up here. I picked up a study Bible, Ronald. Do you want to set this on the other chair? There we go. Oh, that thing's
It'll be on top of my
okay.
on top of my things. I see.
Yes, I did see that. I was watching your video, Robbie. But I was at the senior center and I kept looking at this book. I don't know if we're going to be able to see what it says on that very easily, but it says ESV Study Bible. They had this book up there. Now, I left the regular price tag on this, and it was $75. There was another label on here that I took off that said $50-some. James was on the phone with me, and when I walked up to where you pay for things, I was about like, what? The lady at the counter that we go and pay for things, she said 50 cents. And James went, what? I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So this is what I ended up getting. And this thing has not been used at all. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is the book that I got. And this is leather bound. This is a leather bound book. So yeah. Yes, it was wonderful. And then I keep it. Yes, I am using this. Yeah. I was definitely blessed. Now, I always thought that when they were hardback books, that they were supposed to be more. Well, I went and got this one, and this one is a Holy Bible, and it's a Master Reference Edition. I got this one also from there. And that one was also 50 cents. Like, what? I thought that hardbacks were supposed to be more. But she, in fact, when I bought this one, she says, I don't think it's right that I'm charging you for the Bible. I says, hey, you've been having it on your shelf. So I've been using this one when Jack Dyer goes live to read, because I had gotten this book for Ronald, but he said he couldn't read the lettering. It was not big enough. So I've got to go and see if I can find a one that is larger print for him. But yeah, it's and this is in the old King James. Take a look at this front page. But yep, I've been using this and it's been really nice. But very, very, very beautiful, and it has been so nice being able to read. Yes, definitely. There's Troy and all these beautiful, beautiful people. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. There's my sweet brother. You know, you kind of try to think of things to say, but I have been following Dyer Family Farm. He has a channel. If one of my mods wants to put in Daily Bible and Coffee with Jack. He goes live at 4:30 in the morning every single day. For study. I use my old New American Standard Bible that the cover came off of for study. Oh, okay. It definitely has been so eye-opening, learning about these things. Thank you so much for doing that, Wild Huckleberry. Ronald, have you seen the moon tonight?
I haven't been.
Debbie Drock says it's really beautiful tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. I do know that we'll need to take the dogs out again. He might be going out there. But yes, if you want to drop your link, type in the chat, and I think I'm going to do my weather. Let's see what my weather says for a place that's a little bit north of me. It says it's 29 up there. Full moon is the snow moon. Did you see it?
No.
No. Okay. I've got an NIV study Bible when I became a deacon a couple of years ago. That's what I use now. The reason why we put the zip code is because one time I typed in weather and just put Columbia. It brought up the Columbia out east. I'm not out east. It brought up, I think Columbia is it North or South Carolina? So that's why I always do the zip code. Weather for Wichita Falls is clear with a temperature of 44. The wind is blowing from south-southeast at 9 miles an hour. Current humidity is 57. Here comes closer to where I live. Well, weather for Columbia, conditions are mostly cloudy with a temperature of 30, -1 Celsius. Wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 6 miles an hour. And the current humidity is 61. And here's Willow, Alaska. It's partly cloudy with a temperature of 18 Fahrenheit, -8 Celsius, with winds blowing in the northwest at 3 miles an hour. And the current humidity is 95%. Yes, whoa, definitely. Thank you, Ace. Thank you for dropping your link. Yeah, it keeps the people engaged in chat and gets this pushed out. Yeah, weather for Morrilton. It's mostly cloudy with a temperature of 35. The wind is blowing from south 4 miles an hour and current humidity is 52%. Weather for Rochester is 16 Fahrenheit, -9 Celsius. Wind is blowing from the south-southeast at 5 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 84%. And thank you, Bill. Yeah, go over and check out these channels that are dropping their links so that you can, in Oregon, 54 Fahrenheit in Northwest Oregon, and partly cloudy. Yes, please go and check out Wild Huckleberry. Yes, please do. You know, we're all part of this big family here on YouTube. And we want to just keep connected. And Hi, Tony Walsh. Thank you for coming in tonight. If you want to put your link in chat, type the word yarn. No, nothing in front of it, just yarn. And it will drop your link so people can come over to your channel. And if you want to know what your weather is, type weather and then your zip code. And it will drop your link so that people can connect with you tonight. And it's cloudy here. We tried to see the moon. I'll see if I can find it, because usually at this time it's back over that way towards the backyard, Ronald.
Oh.
And stuff like that. But yeah, make sure you kind of check out all these channels, please. And there's, yeah, that is Shade Tree Cook's new avatar. I got to go and check it out. Yes, Ronald's got an easy chair. Definitely.
What?
This is Ronald, you got the easy chair.
Easy chair, huh?
Yes,
Oh.
that's the easy chair. Yes, it is, Debbie Drock. You know, if you want to connect with some people in here, go ahead and click on their link and get that done. You know, so that it. And hi, Karma at Lewis Acre Farm. Thank you for coming in. You want to bring that blanket back over so we can show some people that are coming in now, and just keep it all bundled up, brother. Yep. Here's Bill's blanket. This thing is a queen size blanket that I made him. I think if I'm going to make any more blankets like this, it's going to be with this heavier yarn, because they take a whole lot shorter time. No. The Nightbot, you put it on your channel, your YouTube channel, you go to nightbot.com, and then you have to, because of all the settings that are on it, there's settings that if someone does too many emojis, it'll block them. So you have to go through, when you go to Nightbot, it's put in as one of your moderators. Devil Dog helped me set that up. And then there was at a point that it wasn't working anymore. It makes it nice that, you know, with tonight, you know, when I get kind of like trying to figure out what else to say, it keeps people engaged, you know, and Nightbot's connected to your YouTube channel. You might want to look into it. It just makes it nice, you know, and it just gets connected on there. You're able to have people, you know, put in whatever word you want. There's some people that put exclamation YouTube as one word. I did yarn, because that's what I'm kind of all about is yarn. You know, so that's what we ended up doing. And there was at a point that it wasn't working anymore, that I had to uninstall it and reinstall it, and it started working again. But yeah. But yes, this is the queen size blanket that I made for Bill at My Alaska. I've got to pick up one of those vacuum bags, you know, so that it can, you know, he can put it in the bag. Ronald went back outside. Yeah, it is, Ryan. You know, definitely is a cool feature. I bet there is a lot of people that are down south that aren't used to all this cold weather. Like, definitely, I have a feeling there's a lot of people that are down south that are like, oh, this is way too cold for us. We're not used to this. Of course, you know, living in Utah as a child, we got snow there. When we lived in Washington State, we got some snow, not as much. And then when I moved here, oh yes, we get a lot of snow. And there's so many people that think that there's only a certain time that you're going to get snow. Well, we've gotten snow in May. Yeah. Here. Yeah, stay as warm as you can, Tony.
Can they see me?
Used to have large vacuum bags. I have been to Dollar Tree, but I have not seen them have any at the 3 stores that we have here. Where did I live in Oregon? Well, I lived in Portland first, and then because of some things that were going on downtown Portland, Oregon, they moved us with Job Corps out to Astoria, Oregon, to a kind of like a co-ed place. And I was there from 80. Ronald has a pretty baby. Yes, he does. That's Gigi. Yes, that's
There
his.
I am.
That's his cat. She likes him. There's one thing about that cat. That cat will lay on his belly or on his legs or something. She keeps an eye on him. Winter precipitation. No, you don't usually in Arkansas. You don't. You know, it's this weather pattern has been so strange. You know, because yes, we do get snow up here because I'm central, more north towards the north area of Missouri. Then Portland from the 80s until 3 years ago. Yeah, I was in the downtown Portland, Oregon Job Corps. I don't remember what the street was, but yeah, they moved us out because of, you know, being downtown. But yes, I was there in the 80s. I think I went to Job Corps. And Chris Smith, thank you for coming in. The last little patches of ice. Yeah, our driveway was I do have some ice melt, but we just didn't put it down. You know, we've been home since last Thursday, so it's been over almost 2 weeks that we've been home. So you were born in Lebanon, Oregon, grew up in, oh, okay. Lived in Eugene and Springfield for 4 years. Wow. That's interesting.
She just,
she's
loving this.
Yeah, she's a sweet girl. Yeah. My other cat is black, and he's a lot bigger. He's a lot heavier. But I definitely wasn't too bad. No, it wasn't there. I mean, there was one time when we were downtown at the it was downtown Oregon, and there was this one time that I watched a police officer. There was this parking lot, and this young man was running away from a police officer that was on a horse. Do you think he got away? What do you guys think? Do you think he was able to outmaneuver a horse? Let me see what you guys think. Just thinking, wondering. I would say no, he didn't. He went into a parking lot that was across from where we were. Nope, he didn't get away. That horse rocked in that parking lot, and he literally picked the guy up by the collar and marched him right out. I was like, okay, let's go back in the building. Yeah, no.
What about that time for the golf course?
Oh yes, there was one one time at the one of the Walmart stores here
Conley
in
Street one.
It's one called Colony Street. There was this young man that decided to shoplift, and he ran out of the store, out through the area where the garden section was. On that end of that garden section is a golf course. He was running up through the golf course, and someone yelled up there. The thing that ended up happening was that there was a golf tournament for out-of-town police officers in the golf course. I'd like to say crime doesn't pay. Just doesn't. He got caught. They came and got him. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. I try not to, at certain times of the day, I try not to go over to the Conley. Yes, that is crazy. Oh, Brandon, I haven't seen you in so long. Byron, that's Byron at 12 Stones Ranch. I have not seen you in so long. I am so glad you're here tonight. I have been wondering where you've been. Yeah, he got caught. It's like you kind of just kind of laugh at them when they do things like they do, and yeah, kind of like, oh my goodness. It looks like we're almost an hour. And does anybody know if Red Dirt Rooster Road is going live? Deb Loves Crafts, thank you for coming in. And good night, Farm to Table Show. Yeah, great friends, great time. Yeah, I kind of laugh. I kind of laugh at when people do those things. You know, it's like, okay, I'm not going to do that. You will get caught. Is not going live today. They have lambs born to. Oh, baby lambs. Happy birthday, Chris Smith. Thank you. Happy birthday, Chris. But yes, 12 Stones. I would love to start seeing some videos from you, but maybe there's something going on that you can't. But thank you for coming in. Yes. If you want to drop your link, I know Ace has done that for you, but if you want to type the word yarn, it will drop your link. If you want to find out what your weather is, I love baby lambs. There is a channel called oh gosh. Let me think. Sandy Brock. She's in Canada, and it's Sandi. Sandy Brock. It used to be her channel used to be called Sheepishly Me, and she raises lambs up in Canada in a barn. It's not really a barn. It's kind of this hooped system that she has these lambs in there and stuff like that. And she before this guy would just take her wool, and now she started making. Moon is rising here. Wow, Tinker's wife. But yeah, lambs are so precious. Yes, they are. But Sandy Brock, she has lambs that she has, and I watch her channel. And she started taking the wool that she got off of her sheep and then sent it to be cleaned, carded, and yarn made into it. And she is now, she is now making, you're able to buy her wool and make things. And I haven't ordered any yet, but I want to so bad. to make some things with her yarn, with the yarn that she's made off of her sheep. Because I do know there's a lot of people that would rather have natural fibers for their hats. And that would be so neat to be able to do that. Thank you, Jane Doe, for doing that. And they can go to her website. I know she's up in Canada, and I know she's done something where she can able to print things and be able to send it where it's not so expensive, and make some, be able to make some hats from her yarn would be a highlight for me, and like I said, there's some people that like to, oh, you're from Australia and it's February 2nd and it is my birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you for coming to my live at 12 midnight. Wow. So you're now having Groundhog Day. Yeah. Oh, that is so sweet. We have a Minnesota, an alpaca farm. Oh, I would love to find someone that's close here that I could get alpaca fiber. Oh, that would be so cool. Because like I said, a lot of people like to have natural fibers. And like I did that one wool hat that I did. That would be so neat. Yes, and happy birthday, Deb. Happy birthday to you. Well, it's now after an hour, and such a blessing to have all of you here. Thank you for coming. And you will see me in 2 weeks, and we will see what else I have finished. So I love you all, and have a blessed evening. Good night.